Hello air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is a general reading for air signs. If this resonates with you, please like, share, follow. I must say I was feeling very anxious starting this reading. Ooh. You've got divine intervention here. As an overview, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for being with your name of a person in need right now and for helping with, and then you describe the situation. I have faith in divine intervention and I fully accept your guidance now. So whatever help you need or who you need help with, okay, he's asking you to ask for help. Okay, ask for divine intervention here because someone's very anxious, very nervous, very angry, emotional. Wow, they're going through a lot. And I know that's not usually air signs thing to do, okay, being so emotional, but someone's feeling very emotional right now. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, okay, or you may have this in your chart. So let's see, read this message for air signs. Let's see, we got, like I said, divine intervention. So God had to intercede in this situation here, air signs. Let's see what the message is for you. This card indicates that your prayers have been heard and answered. The angels are working behind the scenes to effect the miracle you requested. Stay filled with faith and trust as it's being rewarded. Please remember that the how and when of divine intervention usually occurs in surprising ways, so your prayers will likely be answered in an unexpected manner, yet in a way that brings blessings to everyone involved. Possible specific meaning. The angels are with the person for whom you're praying. Notice signs and intuition as this divine guidance giving you a roadmap to your answered prayers. Have patience with the process of divine timing. If you look, you'll find the hidden blessings within every situation. Trust and have faith here, air signs, okay? And it's my prayer. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for being with, then you name the person in need, and for helping with, and then you describe the situation, okay? I have faith in divine intervention and I fully accept your guidance now. So some of you right now, you're needing divine intervention because whatever it is that you're trying to do yourself, it ain't working. Let's say, oops. Yep, you got to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may be different than your usual type and expectation. So somebody here, air signs, is not somebody that you usually go for, but it's trying to keep an open mind because at the bottom of the deck is wedding. The situation involves marriage here, okay? This is for air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. What other message here for air signs do they need to know? As an overview, let's see. This is for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What message to, ooh, okay. There we go. You have balance, air signs, especially if you're Libra. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Okay? So remember that love is not all about agreeing just for the sake of it here, air signs. Okay? A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And the next card is manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance here, air signs. Okay, so your dreams are going to become reality. And the next card is don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, air signs. For it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, so no confession out of guilt, and embrace. Through each other, you'll find the missing pieces. So remember, keep an open mind, okay? And the next card is Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on here, Aquarius. They're not letting you know how deep their feelings are for you, but keep an open mind, because divine intervention here is stepping up here, okay? So that's the overview. So now, Aquarius, this is some clarifications from the tarot here, okay? Because for some of you could be going through some disappointment right now, or it's happened in the past already, or you're coming out of that, okay? Some of you are tired of the current situation that you was in the past. You are? Wow, okay. So where that one come from? Okay. So like, okay. So some of you were dissatisfied with something in the past, okay? And some of you have a bad attitude here now, okay? Because you're taking some form of action here, okay? Some of you have left your current relationship or job in the past, okay? Some of you could be traveling or relocating, or wanting to relocate or travel. But, you know, underneath the circumstances right now, with lockdown and all that, you know. But for some of you right now, some of you may have to look elsewhere for your happiness, okay? And some of you are making some dramatic changes in your life right now, okay? Some of you just need to carry through with your plans here, because some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Somebody is going to be walking away here with this 8 of Cups. Sorry about that, air signs. For some of you though, you could be walking away in the past, or you walked away from somebody in the past, okay? Or some of you could have even felt that somebody walked away from you and you felt abandoned, okay? But for some of you, you have been abandoned in the past, okay? The experience was terrible for you, okay? And it's something you're not overly keen on repeating right now, okay? You do not want your current lover to walk away from you while you're an emotional vested in the relationship so much. It's like, why you're walking away? We put so much emotions, feelings, finance is together. Remember, the overview is a wedding. Some of you could have been married, that you walked away from a marriage, okay? Or for some of you in the past, you didn't want your lover to walk away from you, okay? And you could have been very fearful, and it was impacting your emotions and being very anxious. But for some of you though, somebody could have walked away for somebody towards somebody else, chose somebody else over you and abandoned you, okay? And if it hasn't already happened, okay, your partnership might be coming to an end here, okay? Because some of you feel as though you and your partner are heading that way anyway, okay? So your intuition is alerting you right now, air signs. It's alerting you to the fact that your relationship has always been, is starting to change forever. It's not like it's not the same, okay? Some of you right now, the card that came out to clarify this is Justice. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or it could be you, Libra, that's walking away, okay? I'm feeling abandoned here, okay? Some of you have the inner strength to move on from this relationship. It's something that you chose to do. And some of you might have thought at the time that you couldn't handle the pain of the separation. But you're not to worry, because you're strong enough to survive, okay? That's for those who hasn't happened already, all right? But the Justice card, it speaks about personal integrity and fairness, okay? It's telling you to take responsibility here for your own action here, okay? Because every action you take will have an effect here, air signs. So be decisive, okay? Some of you are moving forward, okay? Some of you could have been in some contract agreement or legal dispute, but it will be resolved in your favor because you're going to get justice here. And if it's a marriage that's ended that you're walking away from, you're going to get justice, okay? Especially if you've been wronged. Justice is assured here, all right? For some of you, though, with the Justice card appearing like this, it's also speaking to some of you about when you walked away, right? You could have been walking away from somebody here who's actually wasn't very good for you, okay? So it's not something in the past that you can look back with regret on here, okay? For some of you, the person was emotionally distant, or you was emotionally distant from them, or they turned their back on you, okay? And some of you walked away because you're looking for some hope around the corner, because something's got to be better than this, okay? But you're breaking free, okay? There could have even been some form of rejection here, or you didn't feel like you fit in or belonged there, okay? But some of you could be walking away to relocate here after something has come to an end, okay? Or feeling abandoned in the past. But you're strong enough to move on. All right, and some of you, it could have even made you grow up, okay? And some of you just knew when to quit, okay? That's for somebody here. But it's making you grow, it's making you move on, okay? It's making you see things then from an adult perspective. It might even be the first time that you actually had to do an adult move for some of you, okay? But with justice here, turning up like this, some of you could have having to go to court, okay? Some of you could be in a situation where you are going through some legal matters and you're getting what you deserve, okay? You could be even involved with somebody who's linked to some law enforcement, okay? If not, they probably had some form of legal issues or problems with the law before, okay? Because with justice here happening in the past here, you could symbolize that you or your partner got what you deserve with regards to the relationship here, okay? Any legal problems could have been having an impact on your health at the time or your partnership. But there's some form of legalities happening in your relationship at the time. And it could have been that you're going for a divorce or marriage or civil partnership, okay? But the past seems to be coming back to haunt you here, air signs, okay? Because if you have previously been unfaithful to your partner, they're now going to be unfaithful to you, okay? And if you used to ignore them, they're now ignoring you and so on. So this could have something that took place in the past here between you both, okay? But if you've got any legal issues between you and your partner, it will go in your favor if it haven't already happened, okay? But for some of you, if you and your partner are having legal issues, then all will not go in your favor, okay? Because if you're not having legal problems, justice can mean that you're getting what you deserve for the worst, okay? Because your partner doesn't hate you, but they don't love you neither, okay? The feeling towards you is kind of mutual, right? Okay, after somebody out there. But for some of you, it could have even been an ex that might even want to return. Because you got the 6 of Hearts here in the past. Somebody you could have went back to in the past. And they may want to return. Okay, with the 6 of Hearts here. Or somebody you went back to in the past and it didn't work out. Somebody who had criminal record in the first place, okay? For some of you though, it's just advising you to be realistic. Weigh up the pros and cons of what you're getting out of this partnership, okay? Ask yourself if you really love this person, or it's just that you just don't want to be alone, okay? Why some of you could be returning back to an ex, alright? That's for somebody out there, right? And if it hasn't happened already, okay, your partner may get mixed up with the law, and this will affect your relationship, okay? You could have been tied to your partner through marriage or civil partnership if you share the debt, okay? However though, you may want to be linked to this person, but be warned, just because you will be connected in the future doesn't mean you will be happy. And thirdly, you'll get what you deserve in regards to your love life, whether this is good or bad. Depends on the things you have and haven't done wrong, okay? That's for somebody out there, okay? Because the next card that speaks about or crosses you, right, to go towards your present position is the wish card, the 9 of Cups, okay? Because the wish card is your deepest desire is granted, okay? Some of you could be wishing to get divorced or separated from your next, okay? Some of you are having a satisfied sexual relationship, you're emotionally at peace, okay? Your goals are achieved, your dreams coming true, okay? But it's time to take time to kind of enjoy your success right now, okay? Because you are going to get some justice here, air signs, okay? That's your wish. Some of you here though could be in a situation where you might be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it here, air signs, okay? Because the 9 of Cups, some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? It's all about law of attraction here, okay? Because everything in your environment right now was at one point manifesting to you in the past, and you're now living what you previously thought about, okay? And that could be single for some of you. You're contented, but some of you could be partying too hard or overindulging with drink or drugs, okay? Or overeating for some of you, okay? For some of you though, you're bringing your heart desires into reality. You are slowly but surely getting everything you dreamed about, even if you don't realize it yet, air signs, okay? Because some of you are concentrating on the positive things you want and bringing those things into existence right now, okay? Some of you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for here, air signs. Plus, even if you don't feel it now, everything's going your way right now, okay? But for some of you, you're spending too much time concentrating on things which you don't want. Your negativity is causing bad things to happen, more so than you could ever imagine. Remember, like attracts like, so if you find yourself devoting thought, energy on badness, try to avoid doing so here, air sign, because the next card that's come out for you is the Ace of Swords, and that's reverse, okay? So for some of you, it could be lack of concentration and an inability to think clearly. Your mind is racing with too many thoughts right now, okay? There could be some form of distraction. You could be some of you are in some form of intellectual rut, okay? Some of you are lacking insight as well, and there could be obstacles in your way to what you want, what you wish that you want to happen. For some of you though, you need to simplify your life, okay? Because some of you are unable to find work that makes you happy, okay? So some of you could be going through frequent job changes, all right? Taking shortcuts or cheating someone. This will have a negative effect on your reputation here, because someone could be lying here, but some truth is going to be coming out here with the Ace of Swords here reversed, okay? Because some of you was in a relationship that was a love-hate relationship, right? And for some of you, the relationship did lack consistency, okay? Because you never really knew where you stood with each other, okay? So you couldn't plan anything for the future or even put a label on your relationship status for some of you. Okay? Because sometimes you're going to war, and next minute you're madly engrossed with each other. Okay? It seems like your partner seems to, or if it's not your partner, it's you, air sign, was blowing kind of hot and cold constantly. 1 minute they're all over you, texting all the time, and putting you in the center of the universe, and the next time, or the next minute, they act as though you're not even interested, and they're very difficult to reach, and you can't get hold of them. Okay? And that's why, if it's not you, you got the Jack of Spades here as a clarification, it's telling you to be careful who you trust here, air signs, because someone's not going to be reliable. Okay, let me get this across here. Someone's not reliable. Could be a Libra. Okay, you might have air in the chart. It could be you. You're not reliable. Okay, somebody could have returned back to somebody, the ex, left you for somebody else and abandoned you. Okay, and you realized this person couldn't be trusted, right? And you had got to a point where you felt like you had to complete a cycle with this person, right? Because some of you are going to enter a period of great happiness and positive event when you complete this cycle. Okay, all the pieces will fall into place, your goals will be achieved. Okay, some of you might even get some unexpected sum of money as well that comes your way. Okay, but it also speaks about some of you could be traveling or going on vacation, possibly change of residence for some of you, or a job. Okay, but there will be some sense of fulfillment in your inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Okay, because whatever you give will be returned to you many times over, air signs, because for some of you, you could be traveling, you're going to complete a cycle here. Okay, with a World card here representing travel or somebody in a distance from yourself here. Okay, but for some of you, with the World card here, you definitely have completed the cycle of your life and starting something new. Okay, and it could be into a more committed relationship. Some of you could be getting what you need, new cycles, traveling, you know. But for some of you, in the past, you probably was dating or trying to date someone from a background that was unlike your own. Okay, some of you, your worlds apart, have been raised by your own family to have different cultures, values, opinions, and experience of so much differences between you. Okay, but for some of you though, because you and your partner or potential partner are about to have a fresh start together. Okay, because the current situation is concluding now and a new cycle is about to begin. Also, there may be some talk about travel. So if the two of you are not yet a couple, don't stress. Everything's falling perfectly into place here. Okay, because the world appearing is the positive. Okay, shows here that whoever this person is, remember, it's somebody that you wouldn't usually go for. Okay, keep an open mind. Okay, because you'll each do anything for each other in a healthy way. Okay, the romance is going in a very loving direction if you only just met this person. Okay, if it could be a new relationship that you're in now for some of you. Okay, for some of you, you could have been with Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, where somebody wants to come in here after completing a cycle. Somebody wants to offer some form of invitation. Okay, with the Knight of Cups. Okay, it could be a male under 40, romantic, calm nature. This person makes decisions with his heart. He thinks carefully before acting and speaking. This person is sensitive to others. They're well educated, they're idealistic, they're persuasive. The possibly invitation or a proposition in love could be coming your way here, air sign. Okay, because this person is very considerate and generous. All right, but the Knight of Cups, it's a very bit of a Prince Charming here. Okay, He's romantic. He's faithful, yeah, and devoted. But remember, it's a Knight, because this person's feelings can actually switch at any time, you know. The mask could fall off, you know, like the honeymoon period, okay. You got to remember, this person could also be prone to jealousy, mood swings, okay. You got another side to them that could be unfaithful in love, okay. This person might not even be capable of committing to one person, all right, because they've got a shadow side to them that they could be very dishonest, okay, and they live in some kind of fantasy world, all right. But for some of you, if you've already met this person or it's already happened to you, this person will break your heart. He may even cause you to develop a long-term distrust of men for some of you, okay. This is for air signs. This could have already happened, or could be even be you doing this, okay, because the Knight of Swords, yeah, is usually somebody who rushes in very quickly into your life and rushes back out again, okay. It also speaks about somebody who's very angry, very aggressive, very violent, quick to temper, okay. Because if you had a relationship with your lover in the past, then it developed at a breakneck speed. It kind of happened very quickly, okay. But some of you had a very toxic relationship with an ex here, okay. This person may be coming back from the past, okay, in Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay, but you had a very toxic relationship in the past with this person, right? For some of you, though, you might feel like either you or your partner either was moving very quickly towards a serious commitment, or you're heading into a disaster for some of you, okay? So let's see what card clarifies that. You got the Four of Spades. It's like the Four of Swords there, okay? Somebody wants to come in and apologize, okay. Got this being some form of deception, deception, okay, air signs. There's been some form of deception going on, and there could have been a separation, or someone is not well, okay. Could be you not well, air sign, okay. You could be going through a stage of where you're feeling very anxious. Like I said at the first feeling, I think going through some form of anxiety or solitude. Some of you might need your own space, or you need healing right now, okay. Probably that was your wish, to have time out by yourself after going through a divorce or separation here, okay, or feeling rejected, right? Yes, definitely. Some of you had a break from your partner in the past year, okay? For some of you, the separation didn't last long because his ex is back, okay? But if you and your lover have never been separated before, okay, sometimes the Four of Swords symbolizes the period before your lover came along where you felt lonely by yourself and you longed for love, okay? And that's how you probably know, like law of attraction, you kind of draw them in, okay? So mirror, mirror. Sometimes how you're feeling at the time on what you're going through, you kind of draw that person to you, okay? If you was depressed or bored or whatever you was going through at the time, you kind of then got into a relationship, you kind of drawn it to you, okay? So that's why sometimes you need to be more with yourself and focus on what you do want and not on what you don't want for some of you, okay? Because some of you are going to be completing this cycle here with this person that's could be coming in with some form of apology, okay? With the Knight of Cups here, because they can't be trusted. There's some form of deception going on with this ex that wants to return, all right? And for some of you, you was betrayed by someone close, and they're probably feeling guilty why they want to apologize, okay? This could have been a friend, a loss of friendship, loss of a love, or any somebody was envy of others, okay? They were relentless, they were repressed, they were angry. There could have been some criminal act that was taking place, okay? But you got to be careful here, air sign, because you could cheat someone out of money, or they could cheat you. But there's going to be a loss of home or possessions here, so be careful with your possessions here, okay? Some of you may be moving home, some of you could be ending a marriage, okay? Because for some of you right now, with this 10 of cups here reversed, there's definitely been some betrayal from somebody close to you, okay? It could even be a family member for some of you, okay, that you feel betrayed by, right? And this is going to cause some form of separation here. This is in this position where it is right now, right? This is talking about somebody here who's could be in your future here, that there's going to be a separation, okay, in this position here where you have to complete a cycle. If it ain't already happened, some of you could be going through legal matters now, okay? And there's going to be a separation here because it was somebody that you couldn't trust here, okay? Somebody that abandoned you, left you out in the cold financially, all right? Somebody that was even causing a lot of arguments in the home or in the family, right? But somebody's not well. It could be physically not well or mentally not well, but somebody's not well, okay? But someone needs healing right now, and they need to go in by themselves and into some form of solitude here, okay? Some of you might even have a bit of a break away from each other, you and your partner, okay? But for some of you, you and your partner seem to know when it's time to take a break from each other. You kind of recognize this. You might need a break because somebody could be smothering one another, or you're both doing it to each other. Also, if you had an issue in the past, you're both healing from them right now, okay? This could be a family member that you had an issue with that you're healing from right now, okay? But for some of you, your situation feels hugely isolating. It could be that you and your lover have separated yourself from friends and family, okay? You got to be wary of this, okay? Because that's never a good sign, and it can be a signal of control issues in the relationship here for some of you, okay? Alternatively, you possibly feel isolated from your lover. Currently, you're probably both kind of living separate lives, and this is causing you stress and worry for some of you, okay? But for some of you, either you or your partner is tired and just wishes to have some time to themselves, away from the pressure of others, you know what I mean? Possibly even you, okay? So try not to take it too personally here, air signs. Give them the space they need, all right? And for some of you, you may need space away from your partner. You may not feel as though you do need time to yourself. You may feel that way, okay? Because the density of their relationship is causing you to think chaotically right now. And it's time for healing. And it's long overdue, okay? So some of you need to let go, let God, okay? And for some of you right now, if this is you, you're reverse. King of Pentacles, and he's reversed. Alright? Oops. Yep. This is somebody who's being a bit of a tyrant in the home, okay? Or in the family. This person conceals his emotions, and he's very intelligent, but I would say he's a dangerous man when he's reversed like this. He's cruel and self-centered. He even plots against you, okay? This person could be kind of like a sick, very sadistic and manipulative, okay? This person enjoys suffering and trouble, okay? This person looks out only for his own interests. You need to watch out for this person's action. And if this is you, air signs, okay, with the King of Swords here reversed like this, some of you is right now, you could be letting you know you are too emotionally withdrawn for you or your lover. If it's not you, then your lover is a bit withdrawn, emotionally withdrawn from you. There may have been a point though, air signs, when you thought that they would change, okay? You thought this person would change, but you woke into reality that they're not the romantic type at all, okay? And this bothers you, okay? Because it's not what you desire. It's completely the opposite of what you want, okay? This is for somebody out there, okay? And for some of you, if it's not you, your partner doesn't feel anything. They're very cold and aloof and detached, okay? Because they do not deal with feelings. Also, in fact, if you've been getting along well, then yes, they like you, okay? And if you have not, then no, they don't like you, okay? But if you're reading about a love affair you have with an authority figure, then they wish to keep the relationship strictly professional, okay? But for some of you, the card that clarifies this King of Swords, which is you, is the Four of Wands, where it's reversed, where it's showing here that for some of you right now, okay, the relationship could have been ended. Yeah, the relationship could have ended here, right? Someone could have cut somebody off here with the Four of Wands here reverse, right? There could have been the relationship wasn't stable, or there could have been a lot of arguments and conflicts in the home for some of you, okay? Some of you though, at some point in the past, you felt as though you had come home to this person, okay? Especially when you was in each other's company, okay? You probably felt in the past very comfortable with each other. Also, if you've never been in a relationship, it's possible that you previously happy as friends, or you met during childhood, okay? Or it could be just somebody in your family that's going through this, like I said, okay? At present though, the relationship is where it should be, okay? Some of you are in a comfortable position and some of you ain't right now, because when it's reversed, sometimes you only like experiences which you're used to or you feel comfortable with. Or this person could feel this way, they don't like change, okay? This person could even lack adventure and could be potentially a problem, especially if you are a type of person who gets easily bored, okay? Perhaps it could be them that don't want to spend every night sitting in their pajamas in front of the TV, okay? Or it could be you that lacks the adventure. Either way, you'll know which one resonates with you, okay? As for somebody here, let's say, move this around a little bit here that you can see this card, the next card that's coming out here, because the core problem of your situation is that somebody here who was very self-centered and cruel, okay? Very dangerous man this was, okay? Looks out for their own interest, me, myself and I. Somebody who's very selfish, which is not you, okay? Then this is who you was dealing with and the relationship ended, okay? Because for some of you right now, this person could have been very immature, okay? Very childlike. And this person seems to have a lot to learn, alright? It seems like worry and fear blocks their positive actions here, okay? And some of you don't submit to other rules and demands of conformity. Don't let somebody try to control you or manipulate you here, air signs, okay? You need to recognize the danger you're in right now for some of you, okay? Because some of you are close to ruin by making crazy decisions, by jumping into relationships too quickly, okay? Because you're making foolish choices here, okay? Some of you, your ideas weren't sound, okay? And it could lead to catastrophe, I hear. So I get the word right, catastrophe. Some of you could be not going to step out in faith here. Because some of you could be dealing with an Aries, okay? Or Taurus, for some of you, okay? They may have this in the chart. But someone's not stepping out in faith here, okay? Especially when the Fool cards here is revealed, because someone's being very foolish here. It could be, if it's not you, then it was somebody that you was dealing with here, okay? Who was being very foolish and very immature, alright? Because for some of you right now, when the Fool is reversed like this, it's usually speaking about that you or your partner, they kind of don't desire the same level of commitment, okay, which you do, right? Because you're not seem to be on the same page. You love her because they don't like being pinned down, or you don't like being pinned down, vice versa. You know which one resonates with you, okay? Your partner could have been leading you on unintentionally, or you led them on unintentionally, okay? Because they're kind of giving the impression that they want a future together, when actually they're just taking things one day at a time for some of you. Because remember, your relationship started quick, okay? And this person's coming back with the same old, same old. There's no change, okay? This person hasn't changed, okay? Especially if it's an ex that's coming back. They haven't changed, okay? For some of you though, it seems like this relationship causes confusion in your mind, okay? And some of you, other people don't seem to view your relationship as something worth taking seriously. This person could be a bit of a rebel if it's not you, air signs. Because you have friends and family that believe they're either not good enough for you, or you're not good enough for them, okay? It seems like in the environment, this chaotic situation in your environment, which is affecting your relationship, okay? Or even chances of getting one for some of you, right? Because some of you have been trying very hard to kind of pin down your relationship and put a name on it, like I said, okay? Because even if you're not a married couple, chaos and uncertainty in other areas of your life seem to be impacting your relationship. That's for somebody out there. Because the card that clarifies that and says this person's immature could be an Aries, a Pisces. They might have water and fire in a chart, or you could be having a child here who's very immature and being very childish, okay? With the Page of Cups here reversed like this, it's speaking about somebody that could be in the 30s or more, but they're acting very childish, okay? This person comes across as very cool or unemotionally nature, okay? It's a sensuous person who stresses the physical side of life, you know, like they're only in for the sex but they're not into emotions, okay? This person is very worldly and jaded, okay? Because it seems like life holds no kind of surprise for this person. This person could come across the attractive, the well-dressed, okay? But this person might deceive you here, air signs, so be careful, okay? Because the person is not as they appear to be. Alright, don't trust this man with your heart, you will break it, okay? Especially if it's your ex, you've been gone through all that already, you know? Because the card that come up is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who's very immature, very childish, okay? They may have fire, water, or Fire and water, I see up to now. But this person's a fire sign. We have fire in the chart. Very passionate. Okay. For some of you, the person could be wearing a mask to not being who they're really supposed to be. Okay. And some of you need to be careful not to rush into any relationships too quickly. Okay. Because sometimes some of you might have jumped out the frying pan into the fireplace. But for some of you, like I said, I started off with, it's going to be divine intervention here. If things, you're going to get justice, okay, in this situation, right? Some of you could be dealing with a karmic, okay? Wasn't the real thing. You might have thought it was your soulmate, but it wasn't your soulmate, okay? Somebody could be thinking of returning to somebody from the past, but it's like pre-warned is pre-armed. Okay, air signs, if this resonates with you, please like, share, follow, as well as subscribe or ring that bell. I send you love and light. Namaste.